right, y'all. Everybody on. Let's see if Instagram gonna act right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Marian E. King, owner of Empty Nest LLC, doing business in the capacity that you see me in, as Empty Nest Logistics and more. All right, I am a consultant now, but for the last 3 years, I was a independent dispatcher. I started from having no place in the industry, started with a new company, grew that company from $0 to well over $400,000 a year. My strong suit is in the independent, the administrative roles of the transportation industry, the independent part, because that's what we are. I wanted to come on today and talk to you all about leasing on. Y'all, I'm trying to do these intros, so y'all forgive me till I get it right, but I have to remember to try to do it, okay? So anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome, 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 y'all. As y'all see, the topic that I want to talk about today is leasing on. Okay, leasing on is running a bit rampant right now because of the challenges that are happening with companies. Hold on, let me turn my heater down. That are happening. You know, a lot of people are not making money or not making what they need in order to continue running their businesses. And then there are a lot of people who are entering into the industry who, for whatever reason, okay, are looking to lease on. But I want to talk about, just have a conversation about leasing on. Okay. I will say this, a lot of people who lease on, who are looking for people to lease on and are looking to lease on, are looking for, they're going in the same direction, but for different reasons. For some people who are leasing on, especially newer companies, okay, again, this is a conversation. They are looking for money. Okay. They are not making what they thought they were going to make. Thank y'all so much for tapping the screen. They're not making what they thought they were going to make. They're not moving how they thought they were going to move. And so they start to see about leasing on, which a lot of people do, but a lot of people do not look into leasing on. All they think that it is money. Okay, these people are going to pay me, and they're going to use my authority, and all is going to be well. Well, let's hit you with a dose of reality. If you are not a business person who has a mindset who does not know how to run business, it may present a bit of a challenge because you are, in essence, their boss. Okay. Your authority allows them to move how they need to move. Okay. But you will receive the profits. So you are responsible for paying them. Not only are you responsible for paying them, you are responsible for the insurance, anything that goes on under that authority, it is on you. The reason I'm talking about this is because it needs to be talked about. So let's back it up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to talk about leasing on and selling your authority, but I'm going to talk about selling your authority just a little bit. Okay. Just a little tinge. Um, Actually, let me back up off that. Leasing on. First of all, when you want to lease on, if you need to lease on because your authority is new and it is challenging and you're in the first months and it's challenging to consistently keep yourself or a dispatcher to keep, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to lease on somebody who already has their authority and I'm going to try to link up with them. Thing one you want to look for, look up their authority. If their authority has been in business less than 6 months, that is not a lease on that you want to get into because they're not going to be able to do anything different than you are able to do on your own. Rev, I already know him for myself, but thank you so much. I love to see the testimonies. All right. You want to make sure that as someone looking to lease on, you have to make sure that it is worth it. And you have to know the reason that you are looking to lease on. The reason. If the reason that you're looking to lease on is finances, hey, how's it going? You want to be very careful about the lease on situation that you're getting into, because if the lease on situation that you're getting into is as much or even more expensive, then your specific situation, that doesn't make any sense for you either. So I want to talk, and that's the part for those who are looking to lease on. Okay. So let's talk about the other side for those who are wanting to lease on. I hit on it a little bit. If you don't know, when you lease on, you are essentially the boss. You are becoming an employer. Okay. And you have to operate accordingly. Okay. You have to know that anything that is done, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Anything that is done under your authority is on you. Okay. I'm not saying not to lease on. I want to have a conversation about the leasing on and some of the things that you may come in contact with that you do not know or that you might not be privy to or aware of. So them likes made you smile. No, I didn't even see the likes. Somebody over here was talking to me, but that's good too. J2. So when you understand and know that everything that lease on does, you are responsible for. Now, when you go into the leasing on situation, the company that is going into the lease on with you, you can state your demands as well. Okay, because everybody's situation is going to be different. So let's just use the example. I have the money. Okay, I have the money. You have the authority that can do what I need done. So I may come to you and I may say, hey, you know what? I'm looking to lease on, and I'm telling you now, money is going to talk. Okay. I was the one that set up the lease on program for my last carrier. So I have money. Okay. But my authority is not doing what needs to be done. I'm in the first 6 months of business. It's challenging to consistently keep me moving. So I say, hey, you know what? Let me lease on with somebody. Hello. And do what needs to be done. But I got a couple dollars. So when I come to you, I'm going to say, hey, how's it going? I'm looking to lease on. I see that. And these, again, this is a conversation and these are examples. Okay. So I see that you've been in business for a year. Okay. I'm taking a look at your authority. I see that you are leasing on. I'm going to take a look at your authority. I'm going to see what you got going on because I need to know, am I getting involved and going under an authority that is going to be, that's going to work for me? Okay. So I see that you're on the up and up. I see that you've been moving. You know, I'm looking to lease on, but this is what I would like. Okay. I want all my money. Okay. I am willing to pay you this amount or this percentage or this, you know, whatever it is I want to do. I am willing to pay what it is that is going to cost you to add my truck. My truck. No, I'm not breaking down what you already paid. What that's yours and that's your business. I am willing to pay the difference in what you're needing to add me to your situation. Okay. I am also willing to, if I violate and your insurance increases on the count of me, I'm willing to pay that as well as what I'm already paying. You know, you want to be able to state your demands. I feel that I should pay no more than this right here because I'm covering my own insurance. I'm covering my own maintenance. I'm covering my own gas. I'm covering. So if you have a couple of dollars, you can state your demands because the reason that you are wanting to enter into a situation is because your authority is not doing what you need it to do. Okay. It's not that I can't afford to be here. It's not that I cannot make it. But at this time, with my authority being new, I'm just not seeing profit. Okay. That is, again, these are examples and this is a conversation. All right. So that's one scenario. You got a couple dollars, you state your demands. As the person who's doing the leasing on, okay, you can also state yours. You can say them the same way. All right. Hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to be needing. This is what I got going. Now, you have somebody, let's just say this person, they need to lease on because they cannot afford, their insurance. They cannot afford, whatever it is. You can set up the lease on program with them where you pay them like an employee. Okay. And until you get to a certain space that you need to be in, this is what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to do it. Okay. Block. Thank you so much. And this is how we're going to move. And this is somebody who comes with their own truck. Now, there is going to be a difference when you need my truck. when you need to drive under me, because that's a different situation. But I'm coming, I can't afford it. So what I need from you is, this is how much you're gonna take from me, since I can't afford to pay my own insurance. Okay. And let's just say I'm somebody that I can't afford the insurance, but I might be able to afford, while working, I can maintain. So what I'm saying to you is leasing on goes in different ways, in different directions, for those who need to lease on and for those who are wanting to lease on. Hello. All right. So you need to know that when you hear leasing on, you have to hear more than money. You have to know that, oh, that's somebody, oh, they're gonna pay me $700 a week, and I'm gonna, come in, and I'm gonna, do what needs to be done and get my money, and I'm gonna be that is going to cost you. Your authority and your credentials are at risk when you get into a lease on situation. So when you get into a lease on situation, I know about SAP, Michelle, and I know somebody who hires, because she runs a different type of program. So if that's something that you need, I definitely, I believe her name is. It'll come to me before we get off here. Um, it will. I got you. Um, so I'll need you to understand that the leasing on and the leasing, when you get into that sort of space, you have to know that it is more than you just seeing profit and you just thinking, man, my business is not doing well, or man, I want to get more money. I need some increase. I need something consistent. Understand that going into this type of situation, okay, can cost you. And I mean to the point where you can be sat down. Let me tell you, let me give you more. I get contacts sometimes and need help filling these contracts out. Can you help with that? Contracts. Break down contracts for me. You mean going into contractual agreements with different trucking companies, Royal Lady? Let me talk a little bit more about it, because a lot of people, it's happening now. Government contracts, which I'm waiting on my thing to be done. Now I know I've set myself up, Royal, knowing what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna be doing. Um, so when you're getting the contracts, that means that you're bidding and you are winning the bid. I'm just being clear, y'all. Because that's something I'll be talking about in the membership also. So, but we'll break that down for you, real high level over here. Um, so are you, when you're bidding? Oh, let me hold on. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Listen on. I want you to know and understand that it can cost you. When I say down to, because you are the one that is saying that your authority is who is contacting brokers. Your authority is who has the insurance. Your authority. So that person who leases on with you, they still have their situation going. So if they mess you up and mess you over, the FMCSA DOT now put the big old red out of service on you, and they're still moving and shaking. Okay. Now let me go back to those who need to lease on. If you plan on leasing on for a limited amount of time, so let's just say, okay, I'm in the first 6 months, my authority is new, nothing is happening, I need to go lease on with somebody. I'm going to lease on with this person for 5 or 6 months until my authority gets, some maturity on it, and then I'm going to leave this company and go. Hold the line, hold on, okay? Because since you are not using your authority, it is still not maturing. I know. I know. Okay. It is the same as those who I have come in contact with who entered into the industry, realized that it was smoke and mirrors on the movement. They were coached and told to go and work for Amazon or any of these private entities, for 90 days, 6 months, and then come back and try to work with, in the industry. And the brokers are like, it's showing as if your authority is new. Let me tell you something. Amazon and those other private entities do not report anything anywhere. They are private. So you went and you gave your time and you worked hard and you touched all of that freight only to find out that you are still being treated as though you just got your authority. Okay? Now let me talk to you for wait a minute. Let me finish. If you are in a position, let's talk about the benefits of leasing on. So let's just say you're in a lease on situation. You're doing well, you're making your money, you're saving your money because you don't have a lot of the overhead that you would have on your own. Be planning. Even if you have a semi, okay? You got a 53-foot dry van, you rolling under the authority of someone else. Have in your mind what you want to save and get you another piece of equipment. Even if that other piece of equipment is a box, is a hot shot, is a bicycle, okay? You want to get that second piece of equipment rolling and running under your authority, okay? Let that piece of equipment, okay, get the maturity for you. Let that piece of equipment deal with the challenge. You just make sure you make enough under your lease on situation so you can pay them, okay? Once they get your authority into a good standing, in a good place in the market, okay? Now, this is the professional. I'm always going to give y'all the professional side because many of us already know the hood side. We know how to quit without giving a 2 weeks notice, okay? So again, this is a conversation. This is a suggestion, okay? Once you begin to see that your authority is doing what needs to be done in the industry, give the company that you are leased on with a notice. Hey, this is going to be my last 2 weeks. This is going to be my last month with you. Okay. You know, try to give the other company the courtesy of knowing, I know you was raking it in good, but you about to have to make some changes in your books because I'm getting ready to skedaddle. But let that second piece of equipment get you established. Guess what? Once that box or whatever that second piece of equipment is gets you in there, guess what? You're going to do well because what happens is your transportation company has now made good. So now when you bring your 53-foot dry van over or refrigerated or whatever you're working with, it's going to move because your authority is established and who you hired did well for you and the broker is ready. Brokers, you know, whatever they're doing is ready. Also, in that same token, you have time while you are waiting to leave the company that you're leased on with to say, hey, because that company that's moving, that's still your company. So you have access to those brokers as well. So you can contact the brokers up and say, hey, we getting ready to bring on a dry van. You know, how's the movement for that? It's going to be starting on such and such date. So you've actually run your companies, established your company, and did what you needed to do while helping out a fellow company under the lease on situation. So it can be a win when everyone understands what's going on because you don't want to burn no bridges, okay? Because what you do is gonna come back, and you don't want anybody to be doing the same thing to you in your business. So I wanted to talk about this today because there's so many people that are jumping on the lease on bandwagon and getting messed over because they're chasing money. They don't have their contracts set up. They're doing all of this verbal. Oh, that's my homeboy. You know, I'm gonna let him come run under me for a little while. But let me tell you one thing that if you haven't come in contact with, you're gonna know. Friends, family, business. Totally different people, totally different scenes, totally different situations. I understand you, my people. I understand you, my daddy. I understand you've been in my life my whole life. You've been a good daddy. You've been outstanding. You have encouraged me. You have groomed me. You have grown me. However, comma, you just bought a truck. Here is the contract to my business because you are my dad. Okay, we have a father-daughter relationship. But when it comes to business, okay, I am Marian of Empty Nest Logistics. I am not marrying your little boo-boo. I am not marrying your baby girl. I am not. Okay? All right? Because let me tell you what has happened. Okay? Your baby girl, you have seen your baby girl in a business light. That's why you want to lease on with her. But let me show you what the part of the business that you don't see. I don't play when it comes to my name and what I have established. All right, Daddy? All right? Because I don't want to have to mess around and not deal with you no more. And I don't want you to get upset and leave me out the wheel because of a business transaction that should have remained in a business setting. Okay, y'all, this is important. And it gets, it's funny, or people be like, oh, my such and such would never do me like that. When it comes to money, you will see a side of people that you never even knew existed. So just make sure you know. And even when you present it, don't let anybody tell you, oh, you my dog, you my niece, you my nephew. You just come on. No. Where do I sign? How do you? Because in the same token, what you won't do is be around here talking about me. I came, that was my niece, and I trusted her, and she came on, and I can't believe she did me like that. I can't believe that all the years I've been in business, my company never been out of service, and she came on here one time. You listen. This thing is serious and it's real. And let me tell you something else. Not saying that any other industry or whatever it is you do is not important and not, but losing your CDL and it's hard, and you can get messed up for anything. Having your business sat down from something that had nothing to do with you without having any kind of contractual agreement to fight with, listen, people have lost their minds for less. And when you come into somebody's situation and you disrupt their livelihood, that can be irreparable. Okay? And when I say, listen, irreparable things have happened for less. Anybody ever seen somebody renege in a spades game? Family be devastated. Don't never be the same again. Over some cards. I keep a brand new deck. I got a couple of used decks, okay? And then I got another one over here because I keep them in my bag. We never know when but over a card game, okay? Over some tested out macaroni and cheese at the holiday. So it's funny, y'all, but it's real. But I want y'all to see, when I say people have fallen out for less, can you imagine if I can no longer feed my family? I can no longer keep a roof over my head because I tried to help you out and you crapped on me? You can't. So I could not go another day without talking about leasing on, because it is important that you know what you're getting into. It is important that you have those T's crossed, excuse me, and those I's dotted, no matter who it is. I don't care if it's Granny, okay? Because Granny get hell in her as well. You know what? I signed them papers for you, and you won't even come by here and take me to the doctor. I'll fix your ass. You know how old people get. I'll fix you. Call down there, put on their professional voice. Hello. Yes. May I speak to several months ago, my grandbaby and I came down there and we filled out some paperwork. I would like to have my name removed off of there immediately. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, this is Gertrude. Uh-huh. This is Gertrude Evans. The people tell her, all right, well, ma'am, if we remove your name, then your granddaughter won't be. I don't give the first damn. Hear me? Remove my name immediately. All right, thank you so much. Now, y'all gonna send me that in the mail? Y'all gonna send me my proof out in the mail? Okay, thank you so much. Hang up the phone. I fix her damn ass. Won't come by here and take me. Listen, cross the T's and dot the I's, because we never know what will make somebody snap off, change their mind. You know, we don't know. We do not, we don't know. And y'all, like I said, it's a good kiki. It is funny, but it's real. It's real. And if there's somebody out there named Gertrude Evans, please just know I was using that as an example, and it just came from off the dome. I do not know a Gertrude Evans. I made that up. But for real, I don't want anybody to be messed over. I don't want anybody to sit to fall out, especially over something that could have been worked out properly from the beginning. And understand this too. Everybody is not going to be a good fit. This is Royal because TikTok won't let me text that much. Oh, y'all come on over to YouTube and Facebook too. But it happens. And you honestly never know. You never know. You never know who it is, anything. And there's nothing worse than trying to do the right thing and it works out that way. Now, if you do all of the things the way that you're supposed to do all the things and they still go left, at least you have your paperwork, your binding documentations, and you got to just fight how you have to fight. But just, oh, come on, I got you. I got you. You know, hey. Now, what is it that you plan? Oh, this is what I was going to say. Everybody's not going to be a good fit. Okay. Let's say this as well. You may have somebody come to you and they may have the whole setup, the whole situation, and the whole shebang, because we can't be no fool. However, I have seen and sat with you on 14 different things and you have not finished anything. Okay. I done seen you going through contractual agreements. As a matter of fact, okay, I didn't do it for you because you're my kinfolk, but you have brought people to me that you were getting into it, and I have notarized, okay, stamped some situations for you that you still didn't do right by. Okay, I'm going to listen to you, but I'm going to let you know the same way I would tell a potential carrier who I know is not going to do the right thing at this time. Okay, I would not be the person that you would need to see or talk to about that, because I am not the one that is going to help you get to the area of success that you would like to see in your business. All right. I just don't feel that I would be the one that could guide, and facilitate funds for your business. However, if there is anyone in my network that I find out that will be able to assist you into seeking the success that you'd like to have, all right, I'll definitely get your information over to them. All right, again, congratulations on your new business venture, and you have a great rest of the day. I'm out. I'm not going to be able to do it. And that is okay, because what I am doing is getting ahead of it. Because see, if we do it like this, you're going to be mad with me for about a week, about a couple of weeks, but you're going to understand that. But if I go into it with you and you poop on me, okay, I'm not going to be in business mode. We come far from, I'll get in the mode where, I know people in low places. I don't want to go high. Okay. I'm going hell on you. So to keep us from doing that, and we have to be honest. We got to say, look here, sis. Look here, auntie. I was with you when we rolled down on Uncle Tyrone. Okay. I was with you. When you told me to call him and tell him that you was in the hospital because you had broke your foot because he was over there with Miss Lolita and he wouldn't answer your calls. Now, auntie, can we be real? Just me and you again, auntie, just me and you. All right, because is you gonna be ready to run down on me? Is you gonna have somebody scheme on me and on my phone telling me that they're the bill collector or they 911 and you've been in an accident and that's why you can't return my calls or you can't we gotta know. We have to know, we have to be for real. We have to understand that, certain behaviors and certain patterns are just not conducive to our business interaction um, situations. Okay. All right. All right. Um, somebody said, "Lady, you are on it today." Yes, y'all. I'm back. I am refreshed. And y'all know there's a lot going on, so I have to make sure that we talk about it all. And it's not all, negative or nothing. That's why we have these are conversations. Things that I offer are suggestions just to give you ideas. But we have to talk, and we have to know that entrepreneurship is real. This stuff is not just for this specific um industry, but for real, for real. And there's a lot of times we just don't know. We don't know. This my favorite cousin. This my big cuz. I look up to him. Just like I've been telling the carriers, the ones who have had to go back to work, the ones who have had to park the truck. Listen, don't let them naysayers come, the ones who rolled you out. First, they said your business wasn't going to make it. Okay? They said I wouldn't make it. Huh? That's what they said. They said you weren't going to make it. They said you weren't going to be here today. They said your business wasn't going to do nothing. They said you wasn't going to go no farther than the hood. They said, oh, they had a lot to say. Okay? And then when your business got going, they were watching, but they was like, yeah, that we're gonna see how long it lasts. All right. Your business lasted. But then things changed in the industry, which they know nothing about. All they know is you ended up going back to work. You ended up selling your equipment. You ended up parking your equipment. And they assumed, from the outside looking in, that you were not successful. All right. So now they watching and they looking and they talking. Well, now that I came in contact with a commercial, with a sponsored post on Instagram and Facebook that said, get into the industry. You're going to be a six-figure earner. The time is now. All right. And what they do, inbox you because they ain't got your number. Hey, remember you was doing your transportation company? I saw that you're not doing it anymore, but I'm interested in getting into it. Can I pick your brain? Can I ask you some questions? Respond with an invoice. Because what they don't know is you saw me park my truck, but you don't know that now I'm a consultant. All right. Since you want to be in my business, pay for it. Huh? You don't get to ask me anything for all the free that you was going to do that came out your mouth. We bound up. We shut the mouths. All right. We in footstool mode, enemy. Huh? Now we are in footstool mode. All right. You need something from me, which means while you were running your mouth, there was a level of respect that you still got for me because I know who's and who I am. And although you were running your mouth negatively, you were also moving in a space of admiration. Huh? Can we talk about it? All right. And you got that level of respect and admiration went so deep that you are now interested in being in a space that you talked so much trash about me being in. And now you need me and I need my invoice to be paid because what you didn't know and what you didn't see is I was learning. Okay. I was having an experience. Okay. When I had my transportation company and I was moving and I was shaking and I was keeping my books. All right. And I was calculating my mileage. All right. And I was handling the maintenance and the insurance on my truck is I was gathering information to become who I am now. And who I am now is what you need. And that is a consultant. And I need for you to cover this invoice in order for us to be able to have a conversation. Huh? Ain't that all right? Okay. So in whatever area you are in life, okay, whatever area you are in life. Okay? Let me tell you something. You worked in customer service all your life. Okay? But you got a job down to the lawyer's office. You worked at the lawyer's office for 48 hours and they let you go. Guess what? They took that paycheck from you, but they didn't take that experience from you that you can now put on your resume and say you worked down to the lawyer's office. They can't take it from you. I will take the experience. You can keep your check. Okay? Because the experience is what's going to continuously get me paid. The experience is what's going to get me on somebody's radar. The experience is what's going to let me and allow me to start my own. Okay? So don't let nothing and nobody make you feel any kind of way about an experience that you had that they thought was not successful, because it's not your thought. It's not your reality. It's not your life. Okay? That's theirs. What the song say? That's a them problem. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? Because they were on the outside looking in, but now look who want to be on the inside. You know, because something on the inside working on the outside. Oh, what a change in our lives. Okay, so I just, again, when you get into the space of leasing on, like so many other things that I've talked to you all about before, if you are leading with money, if money is the only motive and the leading motive, make sure you do not find yourself in a space that you are looking crazy. Also, be able to afford whatever is happening and being given to you with or without that person, that company, because that's another one too. If I am surviving and betting on you to run me a coin every week, I'm too dependent on you and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, we can't get comfortable. We cannot get complacent. Okay, the only time we will ever to be able to operate in a space like that was on them people's job. Okay, even if you got fired, you knew you had that last 24 hours of paycheck that is coming. Okay, and you know what you got to do. So just be mindful, y'all. Ask the questions as the person who is looking for people to lease on, and as somebody who is looking to lease on. What can we do here? How can we do this here? How can we make this a situation that works for both of us? The person that is leasing on. If you are leasing on for a limited amount of time, get your plan of action together. Know that I am going to be working with this company for 5 to 6 months, a year, whatever it is. In that time, I need to be able to save up and get me another piece of equipment, okay, so that my authority is getting some maturity on it while I'm doing what needs to be done for the time. When that second piece of equipment starts to get me where I need to be, I'm credible, people are looking for me, I'm highly sought after, give the notice to the person who you leased on with. Let them know. Again, this is just a suggestion. I cannot tell anybody how to run their business. Again, this is a conversation. I just want to give y'all some ideas and understanding. That's all I want to do. Ain't nothing that I say is law, okay? I can't have these people on here with these commas and zeros on here, you know, hey. They've done all that they're going to do to me, okay? So, yes, y'all, let me see that I had some notes, you know, I had some notes. Let me just make sure that I covered everything that needed to be covered. Oh, carriers, let me talk. Okay, so I covered all of that. Carriers, can I talk to you for a minute? And also dispatchers. Actually, everybody who's here, because is this something that you want to implement and talk to your carriers about? Okay, I think I might need to make this a second video. That way it's not too long. But since I have you here, okay, carriers, if you are in financial position, and this again is just a thought, everything that I present to you all, I have done, okay? But I just want to put this out there. If you are in financial position and you want to get you somebody in your trucks, or you want to get a truck, if you're in financial position to send somebody to CDL school, Again, this is just a conversation. Okay. You can also go into a contractual agreement with that person or those people, and they have to pay you. They have to drive for you. They can drive for you. I ain't gonna say have to, suggestion, my bad, for a certain amount of time, 2 years or something, to get your money back. Okay. And then after that, they can go their way, or they can discuss with you how they can keep it moving and potentially buy you out of the truck. This is the stuff, that I know about, that I've done, just so you know. Okay. People understand you are an employee. Actually, your contract, or an employee, whatever the owner operator decides that you're going to be. Dispatchers, potential dispatchers, have this conversation with your carrier. Hey, you know, I'm looking into my books. I'm trying to see where I can cut you some slack. You hear? Okay, because things are not getting any better right now, or they're not what they used to be. So I'm trying to decide if I can come up off charging you this 7 to 8%, and if I can stand 5 or 6, okay, and we revisit the conversation in 30-day increments, okay. In the meantime, are you interested in leasing on? They might say, well, what is that? Well, this is an option that you have. Oh, I hope y'all got y'all pencils, because I think I'm about to go somewhere. This is an option where you, Mr. Owner Operator, carrier, okay, can find someone who has a company, but they cannot afford to move in their company, and they will come under you and move under your authority, and these are the options. If they cannot afford to pay their portion of the insurance, you can pull that out of what is being paid to them as they move under your authority. If they can, this is what they can pay. You can do this monthly. You can do this weekly. You can do this. This is your thing. Now, I break all of this down somewhere else, but we're going to give a high level overview, and you can pick up what I'm putting down. All right. Also, would you be interested? You can do this. All right. Or I can do this. Okay. And you can pay me a finder's fee, because I'm looking into bringing you from this 7, 8, 9% down to this 5 or 6, revisiting in 30-day increments. But I need to be able to make that up on the back end. So I'm continuing in my space. I'm continuing that where we are working together, but I'm also providing a way for you to increase income. Okay. Continue to have and pay me, while continuously making myself even more of an asset to you and your company, because ultimately I am, okay, an independent administrative role, okay, in this industry. That's just a little something, just a little something. Also, while I'm out here looking, if there's anybody who wants to become, a driver, I can also, you can look, or I can also take a look and for a finder's fee. Okay. Get you someone who wants to go. You can pay for them to go, and they can go into this contract and be willing to work for you and work off what you have paid for them for the next couple of years. Okay. How can I be more of assistance to you? This not only is helpful for you and your business, this is helpful for your carrier, because quiet as it's kept, but it's getting louder every day. Some of our carriers are scurrying. They don't know what to do, how to do, and they're not sharing that with you, because you've only presented yourself and moved in the space of the dispatcher. But if you put some of these things on the table, it helps them to know that, oh, okay, I might be able to reach out, because everything I did, I implemented. I told my carrier, hey, I'm getting ready to become a notary. Let's get into it. Send me the documentations, what you got going. Okay. Hey, I am now a recruiter. Hey, what you need, what you got. I wrote this up. We got it going. Hey, I am now, because I wanted to implement services, and I wanted to do them while I was with them because I knew that I was going to a space of consulting, and I always try to operate from a space of experience and application. If I have not done it, written about it, I don't want to tell that to y'all. I only want to provide information, okay, and examples and application of things that have worked. Okay. All right. So that's all I have for now. That's all I have. So, don't let Gertrude Evans happen to you. Okay. Cross your T's, dot your I's. It is not as difficult as it sounds. Um, you can always get some legal representation. You can retain them. You can get somebody to talk to you for $50, $100 an hour or something like that. Look over, there's always ways that don't require you to break the bank, but it is worth investing in if you know that it's something that you're going to do, you want to do, and that is you're going to reap from it. Okay. Yeah. Don't be listen, don't be daddy, don't be grandmama, don't be it. Okay. So thank you all so much. Hold on. Let me find that lady. Let me see if the one lady is still on here. What is that lady name? And I see her face in my mind. All right. I'm gonna turn off. Thank you so much, Instagram. I'm gonna turn Instagram off because she's on Instagram. I think her company thing is called LOTR Recruiting. Yes, because it's life on the road. Um. Keandra, I'm so glad you're here. I think you're on my Facebook. Please send me your email so I can send it to you. I needed to find your email. I got you. I got you. Yes, I believe the name of her company or her page for that lady, Life on the Road Recruiting, LOTR Recruiting. She specializes in SAP drivers and finding SAP drivers jobs. And she has these people that she works with that are with the SAP program and all of that. So if you are a SAP driver that is needed, that you need to, you got to do your SAP situations, go see her. Tell her I sent you. I don't work with her personally or anything like that, but the lady is about her stuff. And I don't care what you're doing. I'm going to give you yours hey. So go and see her. I cannot think of her name at the moment, but LOTR Recruiting is her thing. Leasing on a conversation. So if anybody has any questions, any concerns, please feel free. You're welcome, free spirit. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Ooh, don't know what's going on right now. I ended the live and on Instagram and it went ham. Yes, I'm gonna get that to you today, Keandra. So just send me your email on the Facebook, and I got you. So I have to tell you about the things. I keep on forgetting to tell you about the things at the beginning, but here we go. So if you need a dispatcher agreement, okay, you have one, but it is as long as it's just too long. I'm not going to use that example because that's not nice. It's not okay. But you need a condensed, to the point dispatch carrier agreement. Hit the link in my bio. Go over to my Shopify store and get the dispatcher agreement. Let me tell you the price right now because I know I had put it on sale. And I can't remember if I took it off the sale. So if I did not take it off the sale, guess what? It's still gonna be on the sale right now. Oh, right now. So let's go see. Let's sign in. Log in. I'm looking, y'all. If y'all ask any questions, I got you. I will answer. Oh, yes, I will. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Look, I'm over here acting like a Gertrude, ain't I? Straight out the mother's corner. Okay, come on. Products, dispatcher agreement. How much are you? Like I said, if I log in here and it's still 15, I'm gonna leave it 15 to the end of the day. Guys, keep forgetting it's 15. Okay, so head on over to the Shopify store and get your dispatcher agreement. It is a plug and play agreement. So I have taken everything that you need to go into a contractual agreement. Um, one second, I got you. Shakor, is it Shakoria or Shakoriah? It's probably Shakoria. I think I got that one right. So head over and get your dispatch carrier agreement for $15. Okay, get it now because I'm changing it tonight for real because it's supposed to be $20. So you just put your logo, you put your name every place where it says to put your name, read through it, add to it if you want to add to it, take away from it if you want to take away from it. So when you have a good conversation with somebody and you feel like you want to move forward and you are doing your research in your 24 to 48 hours after your interview, okay, then you'll send this over. If you see what you need to see, y'all will be all right. Speaking of interview, the next option that I have is an ebook. The ebook is called My Homeboy Said. Oh, yes. The title is quite urban. However, comma, this was created because of the hearsay that is happening at truck stops and via the industry and via connections that people come to us with their unrealistic expectations of entering into this industry. And this helps you to find them, okay? Find the carriers on the FMCSA website, how to find them and contact them, um, how to interview them, which means you want to ask questions because although we are our own business, we do not have to take in anybody, any and everybody. We don't have to be desperate and take everybody. So once I interview and ask you the questions, are you willing to go over the road? Is there any reason I can't send you to a military base or a port? What to say, what, and how to respond. Next, it tells you how to overcome objections. Okay, because there are going to be some people that say, why should I pay you? Why can't I do this myself? What is it that you're going to do for me that I can't do for myself? Well, the last company that I worked for did it like this and did it like that. And of course, we know that that is not the truth because you just ran the truck. You don't quite know the inner workings of what's going on, but it tells you how to respond to those sorts of things. It also talks about general things in the industry, what you need to do as someone who is looking, what is the likeliness of you getting someone, just the nuances of things. And then lastly, what to say to a broker when you first have a conversation with them. Okay, that ebook is $10. Again, it's called My Homeboy Said. My next ebook that I have all on the Shopify store is Marian and the Box Truck. It talks about my beginnings and how I started with a non-CDL 24-foot new authority box truck and what I had to do, cry and pray. It shows the receipts when we didn't have any money, who worked with us when we were new, and that entire experience. The reason that I want to um, that you all to have that is because as a dispatcher, you need to know and understand. And as a carrier, you need to know and understand. The challenge is real. And there were times that we didn't move and we didn't make any money. It's documented. There are times where we made some money and we were excited. And again, guess what? We didn't make any money again. And then we got to a space and a place of consistently making a couple dollars and then, all of that those things. So that is on the Shopify store. For those who want to take the course, okay? If you want to take the course only, okay? If you want to take the course only, then you will hit, excuse me, the link in my bio, okay? And hold on, let me make sure that is on the up and up. Yes, it is. Bless delight. Okay, so you will hit the link in my bio. You will go to the course only. You'll see the self-paced course up there. You can get it for $97. You can get it for $97. All right. Now, there is another alternative. Okay. This one to me is the best option. However, comma, you know what you need. I have what's called the Dispatch Trinity. Okay. And like I said, the name is going to change soon because I'm adding more things to it. I just feel like my community can do multiple things and I'm about to pour into them. So this one is $50 a month. This subscription is $50 a month. You get the entire course, it's self-paced, all right? You get the video resource library, which has pre-recorded videos of people learning how to cold call, pre-recorded videos of mentorship, um, and breakdown of what we do. And I'm now adding more things. I had stopped doing live over there because there was so much in there, but now I'm going to start that back. So the third week of each month, I'm going to go live on Wednesday at 10 a.m. And that's the opportunity for you to do live cold calling if you want to join. And then that Thursday evening, I'm going to do a live Q&As. I'm only going to do it once a month for now because there's not a whole lot of people. Okay. But of course, as we grow, I will govern myself accordingly. So right now, those are the three things that are in there. Sorry. The third thing is access to live assistance, which means Monday through Thursday, I am available, me, myself, and my the lady who assists me, Gina, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you maneuver in your business. That's when trucks is going crazy, brokers acting a fool. That's when all of the things are happening. So that's what's going on for now. But again, I'm adding more information. I'm about to post in there today how to get paid for your leads and what you need to do, how you need to do them. And I'm going to be doing other live videos and more in depth. Like you all get this information here, but I'll be in there giving the breakdown and the blueprint of how to do it line by line, play by play. Can't do all of that out here, but that's what's happening over there. Do I have anything else? One-on-ones. If you are someone who needs a one-on-one, I have openings, but you need to send me an email at info@emmteenestlogistics.com, info@emmteenest logistics.com. Two things. When you send me an email, be prepared for my invoice because I'm sending you the invoice. It is 30 minutes, $50 for 30 minutes. I'm going to send you my availability. You will select a time, and I'm going to send you the invoice. So when you select your time, you need to be sending your payment at the same time. All right? So that is it. Good afternoon. That is it. Thank you all so much for being here. You could have been anywhere but here, but you decided to pass by here and give me just a few minutes of your time. And I greatly appreciate you. All right. So y'all have a great rest of y'all day. We'll be back on here tomorrow. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll be back on here tomorrow. And we're gonna talk. I have my notes. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna talk about it. All right. So again, thank y'all so much. Y'all be safe out here, and I will talk to y'all later. Let's see.